Ag PhD full episodes and more are now available on Acres TV, the newest ag platform connecting you to fields of information. Look for us on watchacrestv.com.
During our Farm Basics time today, we're going to talk about something that farmers have heard quite a bit about in the recent years. It's imbibitional chilling.
One thing that farmers have noticed over the years, and of course research backs this up too, earlier planting often leads to higher yields. That's true on corn, it's true on soybeans, not true for absolutely every crop out there, but for a lot of crops, if you can get them in on time or a little bit early, that's a good thing. The challenge is it's a little cool in the spring when farmers are trying to do that, and sometimes when we get rain, it's pretty cold rain, and that's where this imbibitional chilling comes in, where what happens if you plant seed into colder soils and the first water that hits that seed is pretty cold.
What we're talking about here is we want the best overall plant health. But if you plant early and it gets a cold drink of water right away, there has been research showing that plants can't tolerate that very well. So the advice is wait until the soil warms up and the water will warm up a little bit as well. But I gotta be honest, as a farmer, no possible chance I'm doing that. So we've been working on how do we overcome this imbibitional chilling issue, and we think we have it solved.
Well, that is a big deal. There are a lot of problems that, well, hey, if you just plant later, you'll have less sudden death syndrome in your soybeans, but oh yeah, you're going to lose 10 bushels. You don't want to do that. You want some sort of treatment or something that you can do. Seed companies for years have been adding fungicides and insecticides on the seed, but what we're seeing is a huge trend in the industry to add more modes of action, higher levels of active ingredient, and this in part is helping a little bit on overcoming this imbibitional chilling, but it's not the entire answer.
No, a couple of other things that we're looking for out of the seed is we want good early vigor, also a high cold germination score. Don't just look at the warm germination test that's running 77-degree temps. We want the 50-degree germination score. How are we doing there?
Well, and the last piece of this puzzle, so there's 4 things that we're looking at to overcome imbibitional chilling, but the one that's put us over the top has been the introduction of naturals, beneficial microbes. Out in the soils, beneficial microbes get started and ramp up their activity once that soil's above 32 degrees. So they're operating at the colder temperatures with cold water on them. Why not utilize those natural microbes? And that's exactly what we've been doing on our farm, and many farmers across the country and around the world have done the same thing.
So we found a package that allows us to beat imbibitional chilling. We see no negative results, whether it's in our lab, out in the fields, whatever. We're super excited about this. It's great. It's allowing us to plant early and maximize yield and productivity.
But like many other complex problems, it's not solved by just one thing. It's solved by putting a combination of things together. That is additional fungicides, additional insecticides to protect that seed, also picking seed with the highest cold germination scores and early vigor scores, and then adding in natural microbes to help overcome the cold.
So the whole message here is whenever we as farmers hear, oh, you can't do something, we always say, you know what, is there a way? There's got to be a way. Let's try to find a way, and eventually in a lot of cases we do, and that helps us continue to make improvements and help feed our growing world.
The same can be said about controlling our weed of the week. It's tough to stop, but we'll give you some tips to get it under control on your farm coming up later in the show.